I cannot hear you because you are on mute. But it's okay. Okay. We will start. Yes. Okay. Okay, we started. We are starting. We have started. Did you start? Yes. Okay. So, as every beginning, as every time we start, we just bring movement into the body. But every time we do it, of course, in a different way. And the only way to do it every time in a different way is by refreshing. So all I need to do is find the way that refreshes me right now, which will be different every time, obviously. So find a place or a certain movement or a certain I can say, let's say, style or color or any other word that describes the way you can feel. Find something like that that is giving you relief, that is giving you a, an easier way to deal with the world. Let's say something like that. That is that you just waited for that something the whole day or week or at least 2 minutes. Find it. Find it in the body, first of all. You know what? It doesn't have to be in the body, first of all. It can be in the mind, it doesn't matter. But I'm looking for the sensation of it. The sensation of this easiness, of something that is making you feel there's a horizon in front of you and not a dead end. Does that make sense at all to anyone? I hope so. It does to me. Anyways. So I look for that relief in the body. And inside that relief, yeah, I'm moving. I'm like catching it and I'm trying to stick to it completely. And if I find another relief, I stick to it. And if I find another relief, I stick to that. And I move from one relief to the other until all my life, hopefully, will be a bunch of reliefs. From one relief to the other. Yeah, it makes sense, no? Yeah. So try it. And in the meanwhile, you can connect your hands. I did it this way, but you can do this way. You can do this way. You can do whichever way you want. So I'm touching and I'm moving it. And it's like as if I had this ball, flying ball around and my hands are just on it. Imagine the ball flying around and see that it can surprise you in the certain circuit that it does, in the certain movements that it does. It can do it spiraling around. It can make circles, discs. It can make big ones or small ones. It can change directions in the middle, and let everything follow it. So it's guiding you and taking you, and the elbows are going after it, and the shoulders are going after that. And the relief that we were talking about in the beginning, we're taking it one organ at a time or one joint at a time. So first of all, I'm looking for the relief in the fingers and the wrists. And then I'm taking the relief into the elbows. And then I'm taking, it's like you can feel inside the sensation of something opening up. It doesn't matter how you call it or what is it exactly. And then I take it to the shoulders and shoulder blades. And then I take it directly into the vertebrae that are between the shoulder blades. And from there I can spread it up and down. I'm taking it down to the lower spine or up to the neck vertebrae and the head. And notice that you can use the ball to take it up and down. So I'm giving control with this ball. So when I'm taking the ball up, obviously it goes to the lower vertebrae. And when I'm taking the ball down, it goes to the upper vertebrae. When I take it to the right, the whole vertebrae will be, it's like as if I attached strings from my hands to the vertebrae. Yeah, so I have strings into the body that are going into the vertebrae, the different vertebrae, and I can stick with my spine and move it with this ball. So there's a conversation with it. Notice that you don't need to do the conversation. You just make the connection between the hands and the vertebrae. And then when you move your hands, the vertebrae will react by themselves. You don't need to make it. And then I check it out. What happens if I spiral it around? What happens if I take it in circles here and there? You can play with it. Take it to faraway places. Yeah, places that you didn't think that are in your limits. And try even to separate the hands. What happens then? As if I had one ball here, so now I have two. Play with that. But the strings are there between the balls that I'm holding and the vertebrae. And you can play with each vertebra. You can play with two vertebrae at once. Yeah. You can connect the invisible vertebrae that we have into the tail that we have, imaginary tail that we have. Try to imagine a tail. You know what? It doesn't matter. Choose your tail. You can have a small tail, like a bunny, or you can have a big crocodile tail. You can have a spirally tail of a monkey, or a straight tail of a cheetah. And see how you can move your tail from the balls that you hold in your hands. Can you do the opposite? Can you move the tail into the balls? Can you choose vertebrae in your tail? Yeah. And now imagine an imaginary head to the other side. So you have a tail here, but you can take the head and bring another head above it and another one and another one. So each head is a vertebra by itself. Yeah, and you can play with that. So I have the vertebrae here, and then I have the head, which is another vertebra, and another head, and another head, and another head. So I have a tail of heads above me, and play with this. Cha, cha, cha. And now try even something that is harder to imagine. If I have two balls in my hands, I can have two balls in my feet as well. And these two balls can play also with all the vertebrae, the tail, the lower tail, the upper tail. Play with this. So you have 4 points of different balls. You have the spine with its extensions, and you connect wires, strings between them, and then you start playing with this web. Very weird web, crazy web. Try it. Chach, chach, and make it more stormy. Bigger, bigger. Chach, and let it go. Chach. Bring it all down as if you cut all the different strings. Chach. Let the hands hang from the shoulders as if there are 2 ropes, 2 rugs. Chach. Good. And make it jump. Jump it, but jump it not by jumping. Jump it by going down into the floor. Chach, chach, yeah. And bring it more down even. Chach. So I'm thinking as if I have a ceiling here, the ceiling of the frame we have, the ceiling, and I cannot go up. So I have to go down, and the ceiling is going down with me. Yeah? So it's staying, it's a soft ceiling, it's not hurting. It can be bouncy, just the same as the floor. Yeah, don't hurt yourself with the imaginary ceiling. But I can put it on my hand and I don't jump. I can play between the floor and the ceiling, some standing movement from the feet into the ceiling. Notice that you can bounce the ceiling a bit. Chach. Good. And walk around with it. Walk around yourself. Do it light, do it fast. Fast without thinking too much. Yeah. This way or this way. You can do an 8 if you want. It doesn't have to be a circle completely. Just walk. See that you are completely, that you are still going down. Yeah, the way that you walk around is by falling down and forward, falling down and forward. If you take it to the side, it's falling down forward and sideways at the same time. And you can play with the different parameters to decide where you want to go or how you want to go, but it's always down first. If you are sure that you can fall down first, then you are making sure that you are not making any effort. You are using your mass to move, which is much easier in any ways. Chach. And continue in place. Chach. You can imagine as if you are going down a ladder. That's a good image. Yeah, I don't know how many of you went down a ladder or up a ladder lately. Yeah, but if you go up, it's one thing. If you go down, it's another thing, right? Chach, chach. Imagine it. You can go up, you can go down. You can walk in place and the ladder is going up and down. And imagine it traveling. Can you have the ladder behind you? Yeah? So you're going down a ladder this way or this way. Yeah? Just imagine. Okay. And take it down to the floor. Very good. Everybody's here. Okay. With the same, with the same sensation of yes, with the same sensation of walking, I continue it. So the same thing we had with the hands, the same thing we had with the walking of the feet. I can do the same thing with my sitting bones, with my feet, with my hands. So I'm taking the same principle and I just bring it to a different place. But the idea is the same. The idea is the same. Sure. Notice that also here you can have asymmetrical ways of doing. You can bring it far away, straighten one leg, straighten one hand. You can bring it from the ears, obviously, of course. You can take it down to one elbow, but the same. Yeah? Take it one elbow, I want to take the second one, and I can do it. Do the same thing as we have right and left here. You can do it here. Right? Can you bring it from your ears? Can you bring it from your hips? Just all the way, all the way. Yeah. Even to here. So I'm going sideways. At some point, the hand is being dragged on the floor. I'll do the other way. Yeah. And it's going in the air. And the foot can also go in the air. So I have less leaning points. Try it. Yeah. Try to see that you do it without any effort. Without any effort. So I'm playing all the time with the leaning points of the hands, the feet, or the heels, the elbows, and of course the sitting bones and the surroundings. It doesn't have to be exactly the sitting bones. So play with it. Play with it. See that you can take just 2 of them or 4 of them. Play with it. See what happens. Right? Make no effort. No effort. If you find effort in one of the movements, see what you need to do in order for it to not be an effort. You can take it to the side, obviously. You can take it, yeah. You can take it to the stomach. We had this on Monday, just elbows and knees. See what happens if you bring your head as another leaning point, right? And you roll on it. So don't do it once if you don't feel ready for it. But basically, it's possible also to bring the hands, right? Or bring the feet. Don't do it if it's not ready for it. You can feel your neck, but know that it's possible. I can tell you that if you do this for a while without any weight at the beginning on the head, no weight on the head, and then a bit more weight, and then a bit more, and you play with all these things, Eventually, it will go up on your head. Yeah. The head is a leaning point just the same as the elbow, as the foot. It's just the question is if we are used to it or not. If we are using it, if it knows how to deal with these things. That's all. Sure. Okay. And go down to your back. You can stand the legs and take every knee with the hands. Sure. I'm just starting to play with it. A bit to here and a bit to there. I'm using just the tips of my fingers. It's as if I invite them to join me. I don't make them, I give a hint this way and this way. That's all. And I take it all the way down. I start making circles with the knees around 8. Yeah. Notice that you can use the fingers to invite or the hands to invite it to every direction. So I'm taking it from here to bring it to me, right? I take it from here to push it away from me. And I take it from the side to take it sideways. From the in to take it out, and from the out to take it in, and vice versa. And I can play in each direction. Yeah? And you can make contrasts between the knees. So when I'm taking it to me, I push it with the other knee, I push it with the other hand. I take it in and out, play with these strings. Every time a different knee can lead the way. That's it. Down, more to me. Take it very close and send it away. You send it away, make sure, yeah, the body is reacting. Yeah. Yeah. And more. Again, I'm looking, I go back to the beginning. I'm looking for the refreshment all the time. All the time. I can feel every second the refreshment in different places, in different strengths, in different volumes, but it's there all the time. The relief, the sensation of something that is yeah, refreshing me. Refresh, I think, is the best word for it. Yeah. And let it go. Stand the legs. Let it sink for a second. Try to feel the inner vibration, all the different cells. You can feel them from inside, going in different directions. And you can feel them spiraling down. You might feel them going right and left, and through the right and left sinking a bit down slowly. You might feel them up and down and sinking down. You might feel them this way or this way. You might feel them jumping up and down. It depends on what you did, how you did it. But notice that there is always movement to all the directions, not at once, but if it's fast enough, it feels like it's happening at the same time. Let it sink down, down into the floor, as if you are spreading slowly or fast, as if your whole body is like a liquid bag, a bag of water. If you don't feel the water, imagine jello first. So it's spilling on the floor, within the skin, obviously, but it's spilling on the floor, spreading, as if you took a piece of dough and um, and you just put it on the floor, it will start to spread slowly. If it's more liquid, it will happen faster. If it's less liquid, it will happen slow. So feel it in the feet. Notice that if there's anything that is holding it, you can feel things in the air, as if there are, muscles are holding them. So I'm letting them go. I give up on the holdings and I let it spill down like waterfalls. And then the same you can do for each part that is touching the floor. Let go of something and see that it's giving up and into gravity. More and more. The right side, the left side, the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders, the chest bone, the different vertebrae, different parts of the back, the hips, the stomach, obviously, the pubic bone. Let it sink down. See where it goes. The nose. Can you let the eyeballs sink in their sockets? Can you let the tongue sink in the mouth? Can you drop the jaw? Yeah. Can you smile? Who didn't smile until now? Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. And go back to standing. Yeah. Yeah. Sink down. Again, notice that now that you're standing, gravity is in a different way, obviously. Yeah. And you can feel things are sinking in the other direction, in another direction. And you can feel more things are sinking. Yeah. That's it. And make voices and smile. And breathe air. Yeah. Yeah. You see the voice is sinking as well. Yeah. 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 So when you make the voice, you feel something is sinking down. Yeah. Again, the sensation of something sinking down will bring you relief. If it doesn't, then do something else. Do something that does bring you relief. Smile and yawn. Yeah. Yeah. and storm it more and more. And clean from the hands. Yeah. 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 And behind the head. Any place you can touch the whole body, just make a shower. Yeah. See where it's needed the most. There. Yeah. There. There. Yeah. Good. And take it down. Yeah. And yeah. On the back, you can hit it, but light hitting. Yeah. Yeah. With the tips of your fingers, with the knuckles. Yeah. Yeah. Bring it to places that you don't reach usually. That is where it's really needed. Yeah. 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 And make the voices, otherwise it doesn't count, otherwise it doesn't work. It doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter how much, just make it. And out of the spin. And let it go. Yeah. Let it vibrate. Notice that everything is a bit or much more moving and easier now. Yeah. Very good. And smile. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. You look better. Good. Unmute. Everybody's good?
ממש ממש נהדר.
Yes. Wonderful. So we won. Very good. All right, guys. Anybody wants to share? I have like 2 minutes, or to ask something, or anything. No. Great. Happy smiley face. Wonderful, guys. So I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, Hebrew class in the morning. English speakers, you can join. You don't have to understand. It's not about that. Wonderful. So.